stopped off at a campsite about 6 kilometres from Innsbruck called Camping in Tirol. Probably, hopefully that's right, but anyway, campsite is, I'd say the site itself is okay. I probably would give it between 2.5 and a 3-star, not really much more than that, mainly down to toilets and facilities, which, as much as they're functional and they're okay, they weren't particularly, I wouldn't have said they were particularly clean and well maintained for that reason. You know, a few of the urinals, for example, were broken, and a couple of toilet shower areas were sort of partitioned off where they've obviously got a fault, so they obviously need a little bit of maintenance. The site itself is mainly all grass pitches. It's a reasonable size. You can park your van on there and get your awning out just about, if you sort of keep tight within your confounds. One thing to note is when they, according to the gate, they only take up to a 7-metre motorhome. However, most of them, as you can see, are sort of 7.5-ish, if not longer. Ours is 7.8 with the bike rack on the back anyway, and we got on here. So it's not mission critical. It just means that if you park on some of the ones at the end where you park in like on a chevron type effect, you have to park at an angle, because otherwise your front end will be sticking out too much. So yeah, so you might be selective on which pitch you use. On that note, it appears to be you come in, you pretty much find your pitch you like. As long as it's vacant, then they pretty much let you have it. Wi-Fi's free, which is okay, and from where we're situated near the reception, Wi-Fi's pretty good. I mean, you know, certainly enough to even watch TV from it, despite, you know, you a couple of sort of moments when it don't work, but generally you can even watch your TV from it. As far as the toilet facilities go, you've got these ones here, which I'm not quite completely certain of what their functionality is, to be fair, because all they are is like a sink unit, no soap or towel drying facilities. So I'm assuming they must be for, you know, when you just want to actually have a bit of a shave or something, maybe clean your teeth, that sort of thing. The shower cubicles are very small. I mean, they're literally just enough to climb in and get a shower kind of thing, which are quite small cubicles. There's some more cubicles round in between that gap there, so you've got some shower cubicles around there. What we found is a little bit of is you actually go around the other side, and there's what says some called family showers, which are obviously bigger for when you're on one. Well, there weren't no family stopping here, so it wasn't we was using anybody's facilities at all. So we actually found by using those, gave us a nice big shower room. Because obviously nothing's worse than being cramped in one of these small showers and finding you can't actually, you know, by the time you get out, all your clothes are, you know, need tumble drying. So anyway, so it's that's, so it says, as far as sites goes, not particularly brilliant, I must confess. We certainly had better, but it's functional, and the nice thing is it's only 6 kilometres from Innsbruck, so it's quite very easy to sort of get on the bikes, our little bikes there, and cycle straight into Innsbruck. So so just a quick talk. There's our little Mia, sleep and relax, because she normally goes in that little trailer there on these little bikes. I've done a review on these bikes actually, and the trailer setup. It just works really well for us. As I say, these little slightly going into a different direction, but basically these little My Rider and this doggy ride novel, it's brilliant, works really well, sets up on the back of the cycle track, works a treat. As I say, if you look at my videos, you'll see another video on that to give you a bit more details. Anyway, won't go any further. We're cycling into Innsbruck, and I'll do a little review on that and show you some sights and the scenes in the town itself. Until then, sign off. Today we're looking around Innsbruck. So we've just arrived at Innsbruck Hofgarten, which is quite nice. I'm just going to pan around and have a look. It's quite nice. Unfortunately, it's a bit overcast today, so it's probably not really showing it in its true light. But I'll obviously go around and take a few stills and so forth of various different things. You've got nice little flower beds, a few statues and so forth. Very tidy, as always. It seems to be the case with Austrian gardens. They do tend to keep them very, very well groomed and so forth. So effectively what I'm going to do, I'm going to, as I say, get a few stills of the place and put them on so you can actually have a look at it. But basically, you know, if you're visiting Innsbruck and you're obviously looking around gardens and so forth is your thing, then definitely worth a shout. Good news is dogs are allowed, obviously on their lead. Bikes, didn't see any signs to say you couldn't cycle here, but despite, I would have probably say if it's busy, then you'd probably do the sensible thing and sort of park your bike up and walk round. but didn't seem to be appeared to be any restrictions on it. So yeah, so both tick boxes done on that side, and then I say it's if the sun pops through, which it might do later on, but I say it's going to be even better. But anyway, I'll put some stills. It's called Innsbruck Garden. Sorry, it's called Hofgarten, and it's in Innsbruck, and I'll obviously put the location of it on there. Okay, and until then I'll sign off and maybe do a next bit more video later on.